Hey everyone, I'm JR, and this is one of Mike's mini history lessons. The Old West. Dirt roads, saloons, horses, cowboys, and tumbleweeds. The tumbleweed is an integral part of the American Western image, but tumbleweeds are not from America. In fact, they're an invasive species, and they're a huge problem. When a tumbleweed grows, it's covered in seeds, and in order to spread their seeds, these plants stop growing, starve themselves, and die. Once dead, they let the wind take them to spread their seeds across the land, hence the image of a tumbleweed blowing across the screen in your favorite Western film. But before the 1800s, there were actually no tumbleweeds in the United States at all. And like the Western settlers, these weeds were not native to the West. So where did these plants come from? Well, in Russia, this plant is called the Russian thistle. It's believed some of these seeds got mixed in with wheat seeds we bought from them, and the rest, as they say, is history. The issue with tumbleweeds is these plants are covered with thorns and get stuck to things as well as to each other, and can actually start to build up and block areas. They can cover large areas, cars, and even parts of entire towns. One tumbleweed can self-pollinate and leave tens of thousands of seeds, which means one plant can create thousands more. Back in the 1800s, when the Department of Agriculture was setting up farms in the West, the department first noticed tumbleweeds in South Dakota. 20% of crops were lost due to these things killing plants and getting stuck to farm equipment. By the 1900s, the tumbleweed had spread all over the plains from Canada down to Mexico, and eventually, when trains were built in the mountains, tumbleweeds grabbed on, got stuck, and spread to lands beyond the Appalachian and Rocky Mountains. So the Department of Agriculture decided that these weeds need to go. But early efforts failed because the large fields of flat land and small number of people made it impossible to contain them. In order to remove them, you have to grab a pitchfork and do it manually. So it's been so hard to find each one and catch them and remove them. You might also be thinking, why can't you just manufacture a machine to collect them? Well, because they're easily flammable and catch fire when machines try to remove them. That's right. These things often catch fire and careen as balls of fire towards towns and woods. The battle is ongoing as the Department of Agriculture is still trying to remove them. They set up the Colorado Weed Institute, not that kind of weed, to come up with chemical answers, but these things are weeds and thus very resistant to chemical plant killers. And so the fight goes on, perhaps indefinitely. So I will leave you with this. If you are watching on YouTube, these are pictures of some of the damage that tumbleweeds can cause, with the last picture being that of a tumbleweed fire. For the rest of you, these pictures will be available on our Instagram page at @4guysmedia. Or at least that's the lesson you would get if Mike was your history teacher.